Hey guys, and welcome to this video. So I'm super excited about this video because I'm going to be trying out the brand new e.l.f. Beauty Shield Primer. So this is an antioxidant enriched skin protection. It has SPF 50 in it. So this is the type of product that I feel like would be perfect for summer when we're outside a lot. We need that extra protection and that extra shield from environmental factors. And this is also the first product that I'm trying from the new e.l.f. Beauty Shield line. So overall, just really excited about it. But before we get into the application and wear test, I want to read you guys the claims about this primer. It says that this primer creates a lightweight base layer that blurs the look of fine lines for smooth makeup application, featuring a sheer universal tint that blends with any skin tone, formulated with SPF 50 and key antioxidants that help protect your skin against everyday environmental aggressors. And the box it came in looks like this. It's kind of like this duochrome silver, and then the actual tube is like this white and silver tube with a pump. They've really stepped up their packaging game. I think this looks even better than their last range they came out with, which was also a huge step up. So in addition to the beautiful packaging, they also have some great ingredients in here. So obviously it's got the broad spectrum UVA, UVB, SPF 50 in there, but it also has carrot seed oil and vitamin E that help protect against everyday environmental aggressors. And what they mean by environmental aggressors are, they have it listed here on the side, pollutants, dust, and smoke. So just the things that you're exposed to when you go outside, whether you like it or not. So this is supposed to kind of create that shield, like it's called beauty shield, for your skin so that it's not affected by those environmental aggressors. And what it means by saying antioxidant enriched is that it does have the vitamin E and the carrot seed oil to protect your skin. And this is e.l.f., so it's cruelty free. It has no parabens, sulfates, or alcohol in it. One other thing to note before we get into the actual application, they did also step up their price point with this one. This is $12, comes with 1 fluid ounce, but I do think that that's a reasonable price for a primer, especially given the SPF of 50, the step up in terms of packaging, and all the great ingredients that you're getting in this product. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the actual application and wear test of this product. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to one half of my face so that we can kind of see if there's a difference, both at the end of the day as well as with the application of my foundation. So I'm just gonna take 1 pump of this. I love that there's a pump. And as you guys can see, there is some pigment to this product. It looks to be a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but it does say that it will self-adjust to your skin tone. It's a universal shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my fingers and apply to just the right side of my face and see what happens. It's an interesting smell. It's hard to describe. It kind of smells like the doctor's office. It almost smells like latex gloves, if that makes sense. It doesn't smell like sunscreen. Okay, so a few things that I noticed immediately is that this side of my face looks much more evened out than this side of my face, so it did a really good job of just generally evening out my skin tone. It feels really lightweight on the skin, which is surprising for an SPF of 50. It's definitely blurred this side of my face. I feel like my pores look more blurred, my fine lines look more blurred, and my complexion in general just looks a lot better on this side versus this side. That said, I do notice that it is definitely sticking to some dry patches around my nose. I'll give you guys a close-up so that you can see. And I wouldn't say that it's completely adapted to my skin tone. It still looks a little bit lighter than the shade of my skin, which makes me curious to see how this would work on a deeper skin tone than mine. But let's go ahead and apply the foundation all over my face and see if there's any difference in terms of application or finish. And for that, I'm going to be using this Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation and my Morphe M439 brush. And I'm just going to spread this evenly all over my face. Okay, so that's the foundation applied evenly to both sides, and I feel like this side of my face looks like I have a fuller coverage foundation than this side of my face. I feel like there's still more imperfections kind of peeking through on this side versus this side because I did have that first layer of evening out my skin tone with the primer. I felt like the foundation applied a little bit more evenly and a little bit more smoothly on this side than it did this side, but no overwhelming difference. I do still feel like my dryness around my nose right here looks worse on the side with the primer than the side where I don't have a primer. But overall, I feel like the sides look pretty similar. this one just looks a little bit more flawless, minus the dryness around my nose. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. So I just finished the rest of my makeup. Everything else went on just as smoothly as the foundation on both sides, so nothing new to report there, but I'm gonna go ahead and wear this for the rest of the day. But I'll be back this evening to check in with you guys and let you know how it wore throughout the day. Hey guys, so I'm back. It's been about 7 hours, and I just wanted to give you a check-in as well as my final thoughts. So let's go ahead and start with the pros, the things that I like about this product. Number one, where my pores are the largest, which is right around this area right here. I feel like this side where I have the primer on looks a little bit smoother. It doesn't look as porous as the side where I have no primer on. Even now at the end of the day, the second thing I really like about this primer is that I was expecting the side of my face with the SPF of 50 to get extremely greasy, noticeably more oily than the side without the SPF 50, because that's usually the trouble that I have with products with very high amounts of SPF, is that it creates kind of a greasy film on my face. I can feel it all day and it makes me look really, really shiny, but that wasn't the case with this primer at all. So if I can get away with putting 50 SPF without any additional oiliness, I'm definitely a fan of that. Which leads me to the next thing I love about this, and that is the SPF. SPF of 50 is a solid SPF, and in addition to that, it has amazing antioxidants enriched in the formula, so you're doing good things for your skin as well as protecting your skin. I also really like that it offers a little bit of coverage. It evens out the skin tone. It kind of gives you an even canvas, which is what most primers do, but it's not only doing that with the texture of your skin, it's also doing that with discoloration. It's almost like a BB cream with a very sheer coverage. You can get away with wearing this on its own and get that nice even skin tone as well as the protection of a 50 SPF. The things I'm not so crazy about, it does have the active ingredient zinc in it, which gives a flashback. I'll insert a picture now of a photo I took with flash so you can see the side of my face with the primer is a little bit more washed out than the side without the primer, and that's the zinc in there kind of showing through the skin. So I wouldn't recommend this as your evening foundation if you're going to be a part of flash photography. The next thing I wanted to mention that I'm not so crazy about is that it did stick to my dry patches. So if you have significant dry patches on your face, just keep that in mind with this product. It stuck to my dry patches. I felt like it highlighted my dry patches. And then the last thing I wanted to mention isn't necessarily a con, it's just something that I think is questionable, and that is their claim of a universal shade. So the shade of this product is very similar to my natural skin tone, but it still kind of washed me out a little bit. It was a little bit lighter than what my skin tone naturally is. So I would be curious to see how this product adapts to a skin tone that's much fairer than me or much deeper than me, because I felt like it didn't fully adapt to mine, even though it was already a pretty similar shade. But yeah, overall, you guys, I'm really impressed by this. I love that it has an SPF of 50, such skin-loving ingredients, and that they kept the price point reasonable even though they did step up the packaging and the quality of the ingredients. So I also purchased their Beauty Shield kind of mist facial spray, so I'll keep you guys posted on that one as well. I'm currently testing it, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and let me know down in the comments what product you want me to review next, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.